So this is one of the optional codec calls I'm going to show off.
Claymore mines around there. Use a mine detector.
Who are you?
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat.
It's also our introduction to Deep Throat.
Watergate scandal?
Never mind about that.
You're not using burst transmission. Are you nearby?
Listen, there's a tank in front of your position waiting to ambush you.
Who are you anyway?
One of your fans.
Our fans. You know, I'm not seeing the tank. So the best way to deal with any claymores is to crawl over them. The thermal goggles will let you see them. If you have the mine detector, it'll show up on the radar and you can see which way they're pointing and where the blast area is, so you can avoid it. But generally, like, the best way to deal with them is to just crawl through them. Because that way you'll just automatically pick them up. I've seen a tank looking to ambush me. Oh, wait, no, there it is. It was hiding behind that door.
This is Raven's territory. Snakes don't belong in Alaska.
So this is Vulcan Raven.
Let you pass.
He takes the whole animal part of the code names way too seriously.
That's right, you belong on the ground. You should crawl on the ground like the snake you are. Come, let's fight.
So Raven is a character who will always bring what's the best analogy? Well, I suppose this is a good analogy. He's always the kind of person who will bring a tank to a gunfight. This boss fight's actually kind of irritating. You want to use chaff because chaff will disable the main gun, which will allow you to get close enough without being shot by the main cannon. And then what you want to do is throw grenades into the open cockpit hatch.
See how you like this?
If you can get it right, you can get this in like 2 goes. That wasn't close enough. Don't get that far away. But, you know, you need to watch out for that as well. And do not let the tank get too far away from you, otherwise it will just take a shot at you. Come on, come on. I think that was good enough. No, the grenade's just rolling around there. I think I got it there, actually. That noise sounded right. There it is. Bada bing. Close up of that genome soldier's butt.
Well, boss, I hope you are happy. He got the car.
And Raven somehow survived that.
With him a little longer.
You would be wise not to underestimate him.
What did you think of him?
He is just as you said. In battle, he is as if possessed by a demon. Much like you, I would expect no less.
See? I told you so. But I will kill him.
So, General Ivan, I hear he took your hand as well as your dignity.
Watch your tongue, shaman.
I'm glad somebody makes a joke about Ocelot losing his hand.
Su means snake. It is known as an animal to be feared.
Well, Snake is mine now. When I meet him next, I'll take special care of him.
Those ravens look way more like vultures than ravens.
Kill him yet.
He and I will meet again in battle.
So, one thing to say about this, if you thought Raven was overcompensating by bringing a tank to a gunfight,
Thirst for it.
wait till you see what he brings to our second fight with him. But that won't be for a while yet, that won't be till disc 2. This game's 2 discs. And every time you win a boss fight, your max health increases, the max amount of ammo you carry increases, and every now and then, like, the max number of rations you can carry increases. I think, like, by the end of the game we can carry 5 rations. So this is the Nuclear Warhead Storage Facility.
Be careful. You absolutely must not use weapons in that area.
I've already programmed the nanomachine so that he won't.
I hated this area as a kid.
What are you talking about?
Have you forgotten?
They set it up so that you can't use any weapons here except the stun grenades.
There's lots of boxes piled up here.
If I don't think you can even use stun grenades. I think it's just chaff.
They're all dismantled warheads.
But the enemies can all use their weapons, so it's way too easy to get caught here and just be left defenseless. And if enemies catch you, they shoot, which releases gas into this room. I think the idea is supposed to be that they've ruptured a warhead or something. And it's possible to survive the gas. It takes a while and will drain a lot of
All of
health.
the warheads in those boxes have had their detonation mechanisms removed, so there's no fear of them exploding. But if the warheads are broken, they might leak plutonium, and that would be a serious problem.
Snake, never use your weapon on that floor.
Alright, so there's that guy over there. Okay, so he should head north. There we go. And now if we head up the stairs to the left. Can't use grenades on this floor. Where's the guy up here? He's over there. He's gonna walk to the left. Yep. So this is actually a bit of an awkward position. There we go. Because he was on the floor above, couldn't actually see him properly on the radar. Like I said, hit the button twice, the elevator will show up. Alright, so we're supposed to head down to the second floor basement. But if you do that, you'll need to head back up here anyway. For the Nikita missile launcher, this is required. For this next bit. So you might as well grab it now. Also, fun fact, every time you come to this floor, there's a guy peeing in the toilet. Which, like, I think that's like a nice little touch to actually have the enemies using the facilities. I think that's a good idea. Otherwise, they're just kind of there. Although, you know, there are plenty of games that just don't have the facilities. That said, even this, I think that's like the only toilets in the game on that floor. Oh no, there was the one in where the DARPA Chief was being held. There's a toilet in both his and Meryl's cells. There's a toilet in the... There's a toilet for the guard outside that.
First, destroy the high voltage switch.
I wonder too had a thing for toilets. There was a whole side quest revolving around investigating like all the different kinds of toilets in the world, which was kind of weird. Now for this, I recommend you actually, after that cutscene and codec conversation, I recommend you step outside, refill your oxygen meter, because this room's filled with gas, and then do this. Because while this is going on, you're still losing oxygen, so you want this to be done as fast as possible. You don't want to dawdle, because you will run out of oxygen. God damn it. You don't want to dawdle because you'll run out of oxygen. And once your oxygen depletes, your health starts going down really fast. Like, not as fast as, like, Tomb Raider. The Tomb Raider games, the health in that would go down really fast if you ran out of oxygen. I'm having trouble with this now. I don't usually have trouble with it. The thing with the remote control missiles is, if you don't move them for a few seconds, then they'll speed up, which can be a good thing and a bad thing. Alright, here we go. This one opens. Got a ration. One of these has a gas mask in it. I think it's this one. Yeah. Need to get past that machine gun camera for it though. Which I don't think is possible. I don't have any chaff grenades. Oh no, I did it. Nice. What the gas mask does is it doesn't remove the oxygen meter, it just slows down the speed at which it depletes. Well, that didn't sound good.
Like they were cut by some type of blade.
I gotta admit, like, the way this scene's set out is really cool and creepy.
It's a ghost.
Like, you hear them scream, you find the bodies. That one comes out and just dies there. There's the music here. The way that previous cutscene was presented was really good. I think it's all really well done here, and just to talk about the remake for a minute. I think that is like one of the biggest problems with the remake. The way it handles a bunch of the cutscenes, there's a lot less subtlety to it. And like as a result, I feel like it comes across as weaker in a lot of areas. Also, this guy is still alive. That's got to be horrible. Is he bleeding out? I'm not sure. Probably bleeding out internally at least. That's got to be a horrible death, and it's not a quick one. Like, it doesn't last a huge amount of time, but it's not quick enough. This is our introduction to one of the longest lasting characters in the series, and he pees himself.
Who are you?
Where is my friend?
What?
And he's still going.
Oh, what next?
Snake.
You're that ninja.
I've been waiting for you, Snake.
Who are you?
Is he still peeing himself in the corner? Or is it finished?
From a world where such words are meaningless.
I can't tell.
I've removed all obstacles. Now you and I will battle to the death.
What do you want?
I've waited a long time for this day.
Yeah, it's a big puddle, but I think he has actually finished.
What's with these guys? It's like one of my Japanese animes.
I've come from another world to do battle with you.
That line wasn't as
It's nothing so trivial.
hilarious for the wrong reasons
A fight.
as it is now in '98. Which, oh my god, that was 21 years ago.
Find respect. I will kill you, or you will.
Oh my god, this game is 21 years old.
It makes no difference.
Oh jeez.
Fine. He can watch from inside there.
I need that man. Keep your hands off him.
So, boss fight number 3, the Cyborg Ninja.
Make me feel it. Make me feel alive again.
So the trick with this is, for one, get out of the way. But you also want to punch him. Going at him with your guns, he will block all of your shots and will attack you with his sword.
Good. Now we can fight as warriors. Hand to hand. It is the basis of all combat. Only a fool trusts his life to a weapon.
So, the Metal Gear Solid series, like after this, starting with MGS2, the music would be composed by Harry Gregson Williams, who is a Hollywood composer. Does some good work. The series does have some really solid tunes. But I think it's worth, like, the first game, this game, which isn't composed by a Hollywood composer, does also still have some excellent tunes. And I think as we go on through the series, it's like one of the biggest problems with Hideo Kojima as a director, his obsession with Hollywood, to the point where everything in his games has to be Hollywood style. It's like, you don't need a Hollywood composer to compose excellent music for video games. And it's like, okay, oh, fine, you want a cinematic style soundtrack. And it's like, what about other games that were cinematic? Because the cinematic idea became a lot more popular last generation. There was a lot more stuff doing it, like Uncharted, and that kind of thing. And it's like, did they have Hollywood composers? Or did they have, like, actual video game composers?
That's good, Snake. Hurry up and catch me.
Oh, I hate this phase. Because now he starts running around invisible. Thankfully, you can still see him perfectly fine with the thermal goggles. And if you can sneak up on him, you can get a free combo on him.
Here, Snake.
So one thing I wasn't actually aware of until a friend told me, if you throw chaff grenades in this fight, it'll actually screw with the Cyborg Ninja. I wasn't aware of that like, until my friend told me.
Like old times. I've been waiting for this pain.
And so now this is actually phase 3, where he will faint. Why did that hit me? The Cyborg Ninja will basically perform a feint, where he will walk towards you, and as you go to hit him, he will teleport out of the way. And if you go to hit him, like as he gets to you, he will teleport out of the way, and your animation will last long enough for him to be able to catch you before you're able to move again.
That's it.
So, like, don't fall for it.
Do you remember, Snake? The feel of battle. The clash.
Yeah, I think like the soundtrack for this game is really solid. I love the boss battle theme. The best is yet to come. which I mentioned at the start, is a really good track, I feel. I'm going wrong, like, Metal Gear Solid 2 has a phenomenal soundtrack, I'm not going to argue with that. But I don't think you need the Hollywood composer for that kind of thing. Because you could just attribute that to Metal Gear Solid 2 having a bigger budget. Get away from him. Because that explosion will hurt you, and I'm probably going to get hurt here, actually, trying to hit him. Because the fight isn't over, we can still die here. And actually getting the timing right to get in there and hit him is actually really tricky without getting hit. But we need to hit him 3 times. And by hitting 3 times, I mean 3 combos. No, there it is. It's gotten faster. And then get him with the invincibility frames.